Welcome back to another Mooing Mouse video. Recently, we just finished playing a really fun and short game called Biped, where we're two robots that walk around and try to solve puzzles.
Hi, I'm Frorg. I'm Frorg.
What were your first impressions when you first, saw the game?
Yeah, so I was browsing Steam. I was looking for games to buy during the summer sale to meet the dollar limit. Came across this game and it looks really cute because it was just these little robots with two legs.
Yeah.
And all they had on their face were two eyes, and I was like, this is adorable. Yeah, sold basically. I looked at the trailer videos, and I think one of them is like one of the ones where they have the rope and they swing each other across.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I want to yeet my buddy across. So that's what led me to want to play this game at all, and like the review sounded good, so then yeah, I introduced it to you.
Yeah, and it is exactly what you said. I thought it was adorable when I first saw it. They were basically two Wallies with legs and solve puzzles together, and I thought that was really interesting, though I was a bit hesitant because it looked a bit too simple. But then again, Ibn Ob was simple too, and some levels took way too long to beat.
Yeah, I mean, arguably we took way longer than we actually should probably.
Is there an appropriate amount of time to finish it, really?
Well, the reviews said it was a 6-hour game, but we've been playing for,
How many hours? It's like maybe 10?
I don't think 10, but it is a long game for us.
For the gameplay, I think it was great. I think that was a solid 9 out of 10. Like, simple controls, you only really left click or right click to move your left or right leg. It was simple, but the different puzzles gave a wide variety of what you can just do simply by clicking, and I thought that was very interesting, up until a point where it got so difficult that my palms were sweating several times.
Yeah, I like that too. It was very sweaty. So just to clarify for
You liked being sweaty?
No, I didn't like being sweaty. Just to clarify for the viewers, we were both using a mouse. So actually, the game recommends that you use a controller, but we opted to use a mouse just because of what was available to us. And
you used a stylus at one point.
I tried to start with the stylus because I was like, hey, I can just use a pen and then draw where we need to go and then just tap for buttons. And I thought that would be easy. It was not. I guess
work out too well.
It didn't connect well enough or something, or not really sure what happened there.
And then you try to go against recommendations and use a touchpad.
Yeah, I used the trackpad on my laptop. That was also not great. So then I actually ended up using a plug-in mouse with the USB port, and that works a bit better. The main issue, yeah, I should have. The main issue with my control specifically is the camera follows the first player, whereas I was the second player. So I would be trying to go somewhere, but then the camera would move really awkwardly because it was following the first player, and then I would go in the totally wrong direction, the wrong way, and that was a little difficult, but we got through it.
Especially since you were so curious and had to collect all the coins and jump off all the cliffs.
We jumped off every cliff.
Oh, I also like how they make it a little bit easier for you to get around. When you hold down both buttons, you can just literally skate across the platform.
That was really fun. I loved yeeting myself off the cliffs.
I was gonna say bumping into each other, but okay.
It's also really cute how, like, if you bump into each other, like, sometimes they'll do, like, an angry face emote.
Yeah. They make a sound, too.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I didn't listen to music. Oh, by the way, I guess for gameplay, I would give, like, a 7 or 8 as well. I thought it was really fun. Like, the thing with the camera moving, not great. But, like, I think otherwise, like, the rest of the game made up for it with the cool mechanics and, like, yeah, as you said, how every level brought in something new. Yeah, I wish there were more levels, actually, so that we could do more of it. Even if it was the same mechanics, but, like, I don't know, combine a few of them together to make things extremely very difficult.
I agree. I fully agree. So what'd you think about the graphics?
Oh, I thought it was adorable. So, okay, we touched on this at the beginning. We thought it was cute. But, I liked how they build the environment as well. So like in the icy levels, there was ice obviously, and there were creatures and stuff.
You don't say.
Yeah, it was simple, as in like there weren't any background distractions. Like you wouldn't see little penguins walking around the ice level or whatever. Like there wasn't really anything in the background that was just running around for fun. It was always like things that are on screen are there for a reason.
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful. The colors were vibrant, and you know, even though it was a small world, it really made me want to explore more of it.
Yeah, I really wish we could. I liked the tree level as well. Like,
oh yeah,
the wood texture, and it was like each level was so vastly different from every other level, and somehow like because of I guess the graphics style or like the art style, it beautified it.
Right.
So it didn't feel like you were on a different planet, it just felt like you were on a different part of the world.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Were we technically on Earth? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, wait, let me look it up.
The thing with the story is it's kind of non-existent. all we knew was like our ship was blasting towards a place, and then they needed help lighting the beacon. And then we had to do various tasks to get to a place to light the beacons. And then we complained a few times in our playing that like, why couldn't you just bring us to the beacon?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you complete all these trials in order to light the beacon that you need our help doing? Exactly.
A lot of the times, those workers that were already there just refused to help us and just wanted to watch us suffer. Like, first of all,
watched us.
What kind of advanced life forms produce such convoluted modes of transportation where you require a set amount of feet to open a gate? Or even to move from like one platform to the other? I'm sure there were a couple...
Or have to throw a wooden block into another wooden block of the same shape?
Yeah, what's up with that? And if we have a spaceship, why couldn't we just fly straight to the end and light the beacon directly?
Yeah.
And there were several with balloons. They could have flown over. So for the story, I think I'm gonna give a 2 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also
maybe
a 2
1.
out of 10.
Maybe 1 out of 10. There was basically no story.
Well, there was enough story that we knew we went somewhere. I guess you can also argue that like if you didn't play the game, if you didn't watch the story and you played the game, you would still kind of have an idea of what the story was. It was just like, we gotta go around and light the beacons. So that's why we'd give it a 2, because the gameplay and like the things you do in the gameplay kind of led you through the story. But also the things you did in the gameplay had nothing to do with the story.
I kind of disagree. That there literally was no story other than an introduction that they needed some lights lit, beacons lit, right? And everything. You know what? Let's be honest. I think this was just a party game.
That's fair. I think the story I would give a 2 out of 10 only because the gameplay did not contribute to the story, and because there was no story, it contributed to no story.
Is that more reason to give it a 1?
Technically did succeed in what it was supposed to do.
Sure. So you probably wouldn't be able to answer your rating for the music, but the music was nice. I still rate the music a 7 out of 10. It was fun and mellow, just like in Ib and Ob, actually even more so. You can really get the party game feel from the music. But you know when you're on hold with like the bank or like insurance or something, and then they keep playing the same music on loop forever, right? So that's how it kind of felt at certain points. After a certain point, it just felt patronizing. Like, here we are dying over and over, and then they're just playing just chill kind of music. Like, don't tell me what to do. Like, I'm stressed enough as it is. Just stop. Though I did think it helped sometimes with our tempo and coordination, like that last one.
Okay. Did it help to have... Sorry, no. Did the music match the levels? Like, did the icy level have like icy music?
Yeah, it did. The icy level had a very nice and fantastical kind of music, if I remember correctly. It kind of matches the tone of like the twinkling noises you would hear from the ice, I think. If I remember.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Go back and listen to the music and soundtrack then, separately.
Since you bring it up, that was my favorite level, just because there were a lot more creative ways to apply their simple controls. Like I love swinging from like one ice block to the next, and of course having the power to throw you over the cliff was also very nice. Overall, I think
for that level, I like just sitting there and letting you drag me along.
Oh yes, that also happened. I'm surprised the motors didn't overheat and burn through the ice, because at one point I was just lazy and just wanted to like rollerblade up the ice without even walking.
So I guess for me overall, I think I liked the same level as you did. That was also my favorite level. It was fun, just the mechanics were fun. As I said, I love just being dead weight and being dragged around like a sack of potatoes. My least favorite level by far was the raft level.
Oh, me too! I hated that level!
Especially that one part with the dude and he just like kept on falling off the edge of the waterfall.
He was dead weight. He was real dead weight.
Well, I guess that's the point. Like, they're supposed to be dead weight, and we're supposed to drag them places or whatever, but like...
Why couldn't he get onto one of our boats and we could just, like, walked our way over?
Exactly. I guess, like, my biggest issue with that level wasn't just the dead weight guy. It was just the controls are a little hard. Like, you had to, like, the little raft you were standing on, you had to walk in a direction, but even if I walked in that direction, I wouldn't go in that direction sometimes.
Because of the current. You have to walk against the current. Yeah.
No, it wasn't just that. Maybe it was, again, the thing with the screen moving or whatever, but, like, I would try to go in a direction, and it didn't turn the raft arrows to that direction.
It was weird, because you have the tendency to want to go fast, right? But then if you click really fast, you only go a little bit, so you have to take bigger strides. And it goes against what you want to do, right?
Yeah, but regardless, it all went really slow. It was just weird, but maybe the controls for that level was a little wonky. Awkward, but I think it was still unique that they had like the rafts and like we were tethered together and like I guess they tried a thing.
Yeah.
They tried.
And I'm gonna argue that it didn't work.
I think maybe something they could do for that level was have maybe like a lever or like something that they had to pull where one guy had to stand on their raft and stick out a leg and like grab a thing, and then the other guy had to just like swim away.
Oh, so basically you want someone to do all the work for running the boat and one for steering?
Maybe. That sounds fun.
Okay, alright.
They could try that.
So overall, what would be your score for this game?
I think overall, I thought it was a pretty fun game. I'd give it like a 7.5, 8-ish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was overall pretty fun. I think just like the funness, the satisfaction of beating the puzzles kind of overrides the difficulty of the controls.
Yeah. You're right. Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I think that overrides that, so that's why I would give it an 8 out of 10.
I think I'd give it a 7. Oh wait, maybe no. That's a bit stingy. I'll say 7.5. It was honestly, it started off tons of fun, beautiful new world. We had a lot of fun, especially when we had to coordinate, like riding on those monorails and trying to throw wood into holes. Right, that was really fun. The ice level was fun. It's like I said before, it seems like a really fun party game, especially when you want to like burn time or test how well you can coordinate with someone else. But yeah, overall it would still be a 7 out of 10 just because of how much stress. Like, it's so, like, the reason why it's 7 out of 10 is because it's so addicting. Like, when you can't do it, you can't beat a certain level, you want to keep doing it until you get it, right? And then, I agree with that amount of satisfaction making it a bit better, but some levels, I was just happy I was done. I'm just like, just move on.
That's fair.
Like,
That's
literally
fair.
all the difficult levels that we ended up unlocking, those were all just,
Yeah. Oh, and then, like... But I think the ones that were like, we knew they were difficult, but we were able to do it on the first try,
yeah.
I think that was cool.
Yeah, so we can hold that with honor, our achievements.
Yes.
Alright, so that's the end of that. I would say our final score, it would be a nice 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. It was a really fun game. You should try it. It doesn't cost too much on Steam. Only about $12 if you catch it on sale. Alright, so that's the end of that. If you want to see more videos, more gameplay, and maybe more reviews, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more.
Bye-bye! Bye, pets!